Welcome back to the podcast, and for the last time in the regular season, it's the Schmeat Nation 3 podcast. As always, it's I, Commissioner Kale, and back once again after a Thanksgiving bye week. Adam, how you feeling?
Feels good to be back. Always sad to miss out on the podcast. Something I look forward to every week. So good to be back in your guys' lives and on your screens.
It's good to have you back. I think there was a void missing last time. I also went like 2 for 6 in the projections. So I'm just flustered when it's me. But we know the drill by now. We got a great one, and playoffs are heating up. Probably one of the better playoff storylines we've ever seen. So let's blitz through the matchups from last week. Jumping right in, I just got absolutely dominated by Erin. Quite the victory. A must win if she wanted a bye week, which of course, who doesn't? I left a lot of points on the bench. I have a Roma Dunze problem. Weird game with JSN, but just a tough week for me here.
Yeah, I mean, this is one thing that I feel like you haven't really had one of these weeks where your team just underperforms. So kind of tough to see it 2 weeks before playoffs start. But in the grand scheme of things, I don't think you're in too much trouble. It's one of those ones where you didn't really have to worry about it on Sunday because you kind of already lost on Thursday with all of those Chiefs just way outscoring their projections, but yeah, still tough loss.
Yeah, I was drunk, had way too much food in my belly and a massive coma, and I was just staring at Erin having like 122 already, which now that we look in hindsight would have beat me already. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
Jumping into another podcast host to defeat Parker in a lot less of a dominating fashion, does get the win he needed. This was game of the week. Yeah. Obviously, Adam, you weren't here, but neither were your players on Sunday. Apparently.
Yeah, it was a gotta have it week. It's tough to go out and forfeit the season while only putting up 96 points. In a gotta have it week, the team just went out and laid an egg. So it's one of those things where even if I did make playoffs at this point, my team just screams one and done. So better to just rip the Band-Aid off.
Yeah.
Although I do not want to be clapping on that plane. So.
Yeah, you're in danger territory. The only one below 100 this week. Oh no, could be clapping plains zone. Had some options. You got a Dak Prescott Stafford problem. I feel like that's been haunting you for the last few weeks.
Yeah, the tough part is I think if I played Stafford or Dak, that would have been 10 extra points, and then Alec Pierce over Troy Franklin, that would have been 16 extra points.
Oh yeah, I think he still would have been short. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that would have been just enough to pull it out, maybe, but maybe not. So, I don't know. Like I said, putting up 96 points, even if I won with 126 points, it wouldn't have felt good. So, on to next year.
There you go. And Jamie, despite all the odds stacked against her from Europe, takes down Jasper. Huge week for Jasper. I was looking at the matchups and saying in the video that he had some good ones lining up for him. Obviously, a great week for him, 147. I mean, that's probably one of his higher totals on the year. But ultimately falls, and not much to say here. I mean, 8-5 versus 4-9.
Yeah. I feel like you kind of glossed over the trade that Jasper and I had. He needed a running back and a tight end this week. And so I was like trying to be a little bit cheeky because I also needed Jamie to lose if I wanted to have a shot at the playoffs. So it was a little bit.
Wait, what was the trade? I didn't see it. I need people to post in the chat.
I traded Ken Walker and Gadsden for Keenan Allen and Troy Franklin.
Oh, I didn't even notice. Oh, so Troy Franklin kind of got you there. Oh, neither of them did very much. Oh my God, I had no clue.
Yeah,
I'm not getting like notifications about stuff, and I guess no one else did either. No one said it.
Yeah, but I mean, it's one of those things where it just ended up not even mattering. So. What are you going to do?
Yeah, tough one. We'll see if it impacts you down in the clapping bowl. Bradley, huge victory over Eddie. I said Eddie would want some revenge here because Brad's been chirping, but just a horrible performance out of him, and a great one out of Bradley. So he has a harder matchup this week. We'll talk about that one there, but he has a great team. We said he's one of the top.
He has a great team, and right now he's at the 6th spot, but there's a very real chance that he could not be in the playoffs if he doesn't win this week. So that'll be an exciting one to watch.
Yeah, that'll be big. And then Connor takes down Reese in a big moment here. I think Reese could have jumped right up into the bye had he got
I
the
think he would have
victory.
with 9
Oh,
wins. He would be in
yeah.
second place.
Yeah. But struggles, and Connor's team really turned it on. I mean, 41 from AJ Brown makes him what? Yeah, geez, he's wide receiver 15 now. What a tournament!
I mean, it's one of those things where you always knew AJ Brown was going to finish the season with 1,000 yards. He's at like 700 right now, so it's one of those games where he's one of those players where it's like in the end, it's always going to even out. But man, was it a tough year to have AJ Brown.
Yeah, he was hurting. So obviously, we'll see if he's a big part of Connor avoiding the clap down there. And finally, here Seth moves to 10-3, secures the bye, the only one locked in at the bye at the moment. This is kind of what Seth's been doing. He has these guys throwing up massive numbers, and it just feels like, oh man, what is happening with this guy? Like, why don't we have Lamar to really push him into that upper echelon? I feel like he's hovered around the 150 mark for a hot minute, but has the pieces, and he's in first right now, so he'll get a week off to reconglomerate.
Yeah, it is one of those ones where he's got to be thanking his lucky stars that he's got the bye, because I don't know if he can win 3 in a row especially against playoff teams. Like, he stacked up wins against teams that he's supposed to stack wins against. So we'll see what happens over the playoffs.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the standings, and he's got the 5th most points scored. So still,
yeah, he's been there. It's just he hasn't blown up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think in a while. So it's put him at 10-3 because he hasn't had a 112-point week, but we haven't seen him up high. But that could also be bad memory. Who knows? We've disrespected him all year, so he's probably disrespected once again. Let's jump into the power rankings here. Looks like you got me in first. I feel way worse about my team, but maybe that's just how
I couldn't believe you dropped yourself down so low. Like 5th place. I think your team is still disgusting. And like I said, you laid 1 egg, but the Rams lost to the Panthers, so weird things can happen.
Yeah, that's true. Hopefully I can get a confidence game going this week. I got Aaron at 1. Her team looks nasty, but obviously lives and dies with the Chiefs, who have been having an up and down season.
That was my thing too, is I think the Chiefs have a tough matchup this week going up against Houston. It's not who you would like the majority of your team to be playing against in the week where you clinch the bye.
Yeah, that's true. It's a good point. We do have some exciting scenarios there. I feel like everyone else is. Anything stand out on you here? I don't think we need to look at it too long. We've looked at these numbers all year.
Yeah, no, I think, like you said, everyone's pretty much set. Like there was no movement from 6 down. So
perfect. Let's set the stage of the standings here before we get into the next one, so we all know. Overnight from Tuesday to Wednesday, Aaron did secure the bye, so great, or secure the playoffs. So great moves by her, clinching playoffs despite nothing changing at all. Love that. And then it's this huge battle down in 6 and 7 between Bradley and Parker that all eyes are going to be on. And obviously Bradley, it's winning in because I think he's well ahead in the points 4 category.
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole thing there is for Brad, it's winning in at this point. I mean, he's got how many more than Parker? He's got almost 200.
Yeah, way more.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's winning in. And for Parker, it's win and need a little bit of luck. So
yeah, win and have Brad lose, which could happen here as we jump into next week. Starting off with me, I'm hoping for a bounce back week against Connor, but 5-8's not too shabby, and the team's been coming on down the stretch a little bit for me. Got Joe Burrow back, and then obviously I have like half my team on bye, so a little nervous. And not great starting RJ Harvey and Blake Warren when I had been running CMC and Henderson, so don't feel great there. But the wide receiving core has always been it for me.
Yeah, you do kind of luck out on the matchup here going into the week before playoffs, getting Connor. Yeah, again, it's just one of those things where I don't know what I'm trying to say. Your team still looks nasty, like even with you got the buys, so you got to still be feeling good for playoffs.
It's nice to get CMC on a bye right now. Like I will take that, being clinched and everything, and something we glossed over. So me and Aaron are 1 point difference, like 1 point on the dot, which I just think is absolutely crazy. So I'm actually really competing against Aaron here because I assume Aaron will win. I can't remember who she's playing, but maybe that's wrong. But yeah, I mean, playing Jay,
yeah, I mean, both
probably
you
gets
guys are probably going to secure the win. I mean, nothing is certain in fantasy, but based on the points scored so far this year, I would say that you guys are probably both going to win.
And then we need to outscore each other. So we'll see. I basically get to play Aaron twice, except this time I don't have my star running back. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
I'll take myself here.
I'm also going to take you.
Sorry, Connor. Jumping to the next one, we got Eddie at 2-11, trying to get 3 wins. I don't know what the least amount of wins in a season was, but maybe could have brought that stat in here. Someone let us know down in the comments below. Last time they played, Reese beat Eddie by 113 in week 3. I'm thinking a similar thing.
Aaron last year had 3 wins.
Okay.
And then I, the year before, only had 3 wins.
Oh my God! Has no one ever had 2?
Goodness. I'm going down through the league history right now. It was Jamie in 2021 went 2-12.
Okay, there you go. So that said, I think after that moment, Jamie said, "Enough of this. I'm done. I'm active."
I think she almost quit the league after that year.
Yeah.
And now here she's back in the playoffs.
There you go. So obviously Reese's team, it's looked kind of like blue collar, honestly, all season, and then Puka. But player rankings are good, and obviously up against Eddie's team, a lot of teams look great. So are you predicting an upset here?
Man, I think Brian Thomas is kind of getting his mojo back, maybe. I don't know.
And it's a pass funnel D in Indy.
Yeah. It's one of those things where I want to take Eddie so bad, but the team is also just so bad. I think I have to take Reese here.
Picking Eddie has not worked out most weeks.
I'm taking Reese.
There you go. Adam playing spoiler because, of course, Jamie is also in contention for the bye. And then also, if Bradley is the 6th seed, you don't want to be the 3rd seed. So there's a lot of shuffling around here, a lot of gamemanship. But Jamie takes on you. How are you feeling in this matchup?
I am feeling not good. I also have a lot of people on bye this week, so
God,
is unfortunate to say the least.
What? Who's this guy? What the hell? This guy works at my work. This guy's not an NFL player. What the fuck? I had no idea they changed their kicker out. That is so funny.
You better believe it. That's who I'm going with. And look at how many points he's projected.
He averages 6. That's a 6, 3, and 4. All right, you're a bold man. Who knows?
Hey man, it does seem like indoor. At this point, I was pretty much just looking for kickers who are kicking indoors this week. December kicking is so I don't know, because she's also got a kicker kicking indoors. She's got the Buffalo defense, and it's probably going to be freezing and windy, so it's going to be low scoring game. So I mean, but that's also
just against you. I mean, George Pickens, wide receiver 2 on the year, is just crazy. Who could have seen that coming? And then obviously she does have the Amon-Ra injury, but hopefully he can be back and ready for playoffs. She'll need him next week.
Yeah, my team has just been so unbelievably mid this year that it just feels hard to pick me.
Yeah, the 142 average versus 159 for Jamie. I'll go Jamie. I doubted her last week for some reason. That was foolish.
I'll take myself. Got to keep believing to the buzzer.
Have to. And then I guess for you,
right
now. Yeah, so
the only way I make playoffs is if Bradley and Parker lose and I outscore Brad by 250 points. So there's no point.
Well, I'm looking at bottom tier seeding because obviously that's
another thing is I don't want to play Parker in the first round of the. So I wouldn't be the most disappointed with the loss here.
There you go. That's what you want to hear out of the general manager of the team. Andrew at 5-8, perhaps the Clapping Bowl preview here, or at least a road to the Clapping Bowl preview. We got Andrew versus Parker at 7-6. Of course, Parker also has a chance to sneak into playoffs. Andrew's team's been all over. I feel like he averages 159, but like, what does that chart look like? Oh no, he's been pretty stable around that average, I guess, with one pop-off game against me in the beginning. So not bad. Not bad for Andrew's
consistent. It looks like 4 of the last 5 weeks he's outscored Parker. So I mean that's kind of crazy to think about.
Hey, Parker's team has been so horrible the whole year. What was Parker's highest? He's gotten a 172 and a 197. 197 is respectable. Okay.
Yeah, so that's what I was saying in the group chat earlier. Is if I was a playoff team, man, I'd be rooting so hard for Seth this week. You like if you're in that 3 seed, you're hoping that you get Parker, hoping with all your bones that you get to play.
Yeah, that'd be sick. That's like having 3 buys in the league. So Andrew does have a person on buy still, so Andrew would actually be the favorite in this one. And I think
I'm gonna take Andrew.
Yeah, I just would love. There's nothing like a little fantasy sneak into the playoff scenario. Like someone getting in who doesn't deserve it is just classic fantasy. And for it to be Parker after the like smack he's received on the pod, it would be perfect because then you get Cinderella stories. So
yeah, I mean that was. I think Brad went 6-8 the year that he won, right?
Well, Brad had a good team. Brad's team was good.
I mean, it lost 8 times. So
that's true. But we always liked it. Jumping in here, Jasper at 4-9 goes up against Aaron. Of course, Aaron playing. Oh my goodness! And Jasper actually took down Aaron in week 3, 178 to 170. So Aaron has a lot on the line, but it looks like no one on buys. Aaron's at full strength. Yeah, I really just think Aaron's going to take that.
Man, those those position rankings for Aaron look disgusting at this point. That's crazy.
Bucky Irving's like way above.
Yeah,
like this is a top 10 back. Yeah, Insane.
Yeah, her team does look so good. And I mean, Rashi Rice missed the first 6 games. Rashi Rice is averaging 25 points. He would definitely be top 10 if he played all year.
100%. I think since Rashi Rice returned, he's like 0.1 point behind JSN. Like Rashi Rice is having an insane season too. And then obviously Travis Kelce is just tight end 2 in a tight end premium league. Like, and then Mahomes is playing out. It's like Aaron put together an absolute fucking unit from day
absolute wagon.
Yeah, I don't think many moves have been made on Aaron's side. I think it's just 12 moves over the course of the season. So half as many as me, and just has an insane team. So why make any changes at all? So great work there. I'll take her.
Yeah, me too.
And what is probably the greatest game of the week, I think we charted it out a month ago and was like, wow, this could be a massive Lamb Bowl, but here we go. Seth at 10-3 gets the opportunity to ruin the hopes and dreams of his older brother Bradley at 7-6 in the Lamb Bowl of Ages. The bye week is pretty brutal for Bradley. Does have to start Mariota. Yeah, loses Drake May, but obviously Seth loses the kind of surprise great wide receiver in Ted down there. But I think Bradley would much rather prefer to have Drake May in the lineup than Mariota. So this would be a big one. How are you feeling here in the Lamb Bowl 2.0? Bradley won it first time too. Wow, one of Seth's 3 losses.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like Bradley is getting Drake London back, and CeeDee Lamb is obviously still just great, and having the number 1 defense and the number 2 kicker. Like, Brad has definitely put together a wagon. I can't say it enough, man. It's absolute cinema. I would love to see Brad miss out on playoffs, like you said. It's hilarious to see a team that totally deserves to be in just get eliminated. I don't know. I would just root for chaos.
Yeah, I mean, I was in the exact same position last week, I think. I played Josh in another league where I had a great team, just got unlucky with schedule and all that stuff, and wanted to upset my brother's playoff ranks in the heat of it, but then ultimately just lost. So as the younger brother who just got his playoff dreams ruined by the older brother, it could be fun to see the other way happen and see the younger brother come out victorious. So
That is why I am taking Seth this week.
yeah, this one should be a good one. A great tester for Seth, who's averaging 159. Oh my goodness, these two have been ailing each other. Oh my God. Look at Brad, just 184, 187, had the off week and then back again 194. Yeah, I mean, Seth, most weeks lately has been losing. So
it'll be a good one. Setting up to be a banger, that's for sure.
I just, as much as I do want it to be Seth victory, just selfishly as a playoff team, I will take Bradley here. His team's just absolutely disgusting. And as you said, like Drake London missed like 2 weeks. He's still wide receiver 8. So that he's missed 3 weeks and he's wide receiver 8 still. Look at the points. Jesus Christ. My God. Yeah, obviously, a lot of those are with Knicks. I think it's Kirk Cousins now, right? So I don't know what the spread with Cousins is. I don't think it's great. I think Penix.
Oh, he still did good with Penix or Kirk Cousins at the beginning of last year, right?
No, because he came on down the stretch. That was like his whole thing.
Hmm.
It was like he was similar to like Garrett Wilson, a guy that you always knew was good, but just needed a QB. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, he's still a great player. He does play Seattle. Can't remember how good the corners are. So, and Bradley's running the Seahawks team. So, interesting narrative there. But yeah, that CeeDee Lamb in that Detroit Dallas game, that's going to be bad.
Yeah.
Oh, and the J-Mo on the other side. Oh man, this one's going to come off too. And Jahmyr Gibbs too. Wow, it's going to come in hot right off the rip on Thursday.
It'll be fun.
And Jamonte. It's like the whole goddamn team.
This will be a fun one to watch.
Yeah. All right. All eyes there. Anything else to check?
I don't think so.
I think we got it. We reviewed the standings. We've gone over the narratives.
Yep, it'll be a good playoff, good lead up to playoffs, and man, I'm excited for the playoffs. It's always fun to as soon as I win one game in the bottom bracket, and then it just doesn't matter anymore. That's when it's just fun to sit back and watch. But
just get too absurd.
This is wavering a little bit.
It is.
I do have a lot of flights planned out, so I'm gonna have to plan out my clapping.
You can choose which one's the most degenerate flight to clap on. You don't want to ruin your aura in front of the nice flights. So
I'll clap on the flight back from Hawaii to Vegas.
Yeah, there you go. That's the flight. Perfect. Well, been a hell of a season. Next time we'll see you, we'll be in the postseason. So good luck to everyone out there. See you in the playoffs.
Yep. See you in the playoffs.